Hello, hello, welcome back to Genshin Impact. Welcome back to Crazy E Games.
Uh, uh,
We are going to continue the Raiden Shogun story. Transient Dreams, Imperatrix Umbrosa chapter, Act 2, Farewell to the Past. Continue the pursuit. Many people's memories have escaped from the damaged roots of the sacred Sakura. Raiden Ei takes the opportunity to tell you many stories about her cherished friends and the Inazuma she wants to protect. So yeah, in the last one, I guess we got commissioned by the Adventurers Guild to fight off some whelps, some puppers, and we were fighting a bunch, and they just kept piling on until Raiden Shogun, or Raiden Ei, I guess they're officially calling her, since Raiden Shogun is technically a puppet, came and saved our butts, and we were having a little bit of an adventure with her now as we explore a bit about her memories and her past, while trying to do this thing. And yeah, we met with like some soldiers. We've met with some tea maker dude who these are all memories from the great Sakura tree. Do I go up here? Is that what they want? And yeah, we're continuing that now after we had some tea, and as Raiden Ei is giving us more information about her past and her philosophies and her beliefs and everything. Okay, I have to get that. It's really hard to say no to these things. Oh, they got rid of the NPCs in this area. Is this where I'm supposed to be? I'm gonna say yes, it is. Continue the pursuit. So yeah, we're trying to find out where all these whelps are coming from. Because it reminds Raiden Ei that this is what happened 500 years ago, before like a huge darkness and a huge calamity. No, she called it a catastrophe. Calamities from Legend of Zelda. Before a great catastrophe attacked, these also started appearing. So she's a little worried. Oh, we get a cutscene? Yes, I like this.
once again, please leave them to me.
We gotta play as her, yay! Oh, I really wish I can pull her soon.
Hey, are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us.
Don't worry about it, Paimon. Raiden Ei is like super strong. She'll be able to deal with them, no problem.
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Maybe we should worry about her if she's like kind of hiding in her feelings, hiding in work. Not wanting to deal with certain things, so she distracts herself with work. Her charge attack is so cool too, like this beautiful like crescent like comes up. I love this character so much. I really wish I can pull her soon. Yeah, but she is also dying, which is not good.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
No, Raiden, no. More opponents coming. Are we supposed to let them defeat me? Is that what this is supposed to be telling me to do?
Inazuma shines eternal.
A doesn't go down with that. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I don't think I died there. Maybe I did.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
You don't look too good. No, A, no.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back.
Yeah, let Kokomi Jellyfish heal you.
We'll deal with the monsters.
Whoa. The smoke.
Look, that's the same light again.
The light of 420. Time for another trip down memory lane. Who do we got this time? We got Samurai.
Where am I?
Fujiki.
Who are you?
Raiden Shogun.
You're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite alright.
Oh, okay.
Just feeling a little stiff.
So, in the last video, we kind of said, oh, you seem to be able to just defeat them in one hit. Why did you spend so long fighting them in the last like group of whelps that we were fighting against? And she's like, oh, I'm conserving energy. But really, she's actually like, I don't know, bugging out right now. She's like, I don't know, maybe sick or something's happening to her powers. And she didn't want to admit that to us at that time. At the time, I kind of already picked up on it, that it was a little bit odd. But I guess if you're smart enough, you would have seen, or they're trying to foreshadow this, I guess, that there's actually something wrong with Ei at the moment.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Oh, whoa. Some of them have visions. They look like, I don't know, cryo visions? Or anemo visions?
Come on, man! They're coming back for more! Let's get them!
That guy has the electro vision.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
And that guy on the right there has anemo vision.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
Oh my god, they have visions.
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us.
Look at that guy's beard, man. Super epic.
If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
Oh. I always see, like, for whatever reason, people always say, oh, samurai is supposed to point their swords, like the blade upwards. But then right now, the way they're holding it in their scabbard and their sheath, the blades are pointing downwards, and apparently that is not right. Or is it just different styles of swordsmanship in Japan, that one style has them like in their ready stance where the blade facing upwards, and other styles have them facing downwards depending on what like you're trying to accomplish, if you're trying to do like a vertical slash or a horizontal slash or whatever. But I don't know, I hear a lot of like, I don't know, I guess cultured people or people who say like it's supposed to be pointed upwards, and that's how like samurai, how you can tell like a good samurai from a bad samurai or something like that, or someone who's good at swordsmanship compared to someone who's like maybe just like watch too much like anime or something. I don't know how true that is. That's just like a thing that I picked up looking around in the internet.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
So full of hope and unwavering commitment to resistance.
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us.
They still think that she is a Makoto then.
Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Heroes never die. We fight these guys. So do we actually get to see them fight?
The Almighty Shogun!
Oh, we do! That's so cool. This is like kind of new. Oh wait, no. They're just out there kind of playing. There's like an animation out there playing. Like a scene playing out there. We don't actually get to interact with them. We have our own like group of people to fight. And this guy's protecting Ei. Alright, let's actually fight.
Order guide you. Solidify. Lament. Useless. Worthless. Gather.
Hold the line! Lightning slash!
Oh my gosh, the camera angle is so bad in this cave. I feel like I'm like being like trapped inside.
Lightning slash!
Quake. This is order.
Yeah, with Xiao, you don't really have to look at the enemy when you're doing that plunging thing. You're pretty much gonna hit everyone around you. Oh
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
my god, they're so cool. They're so buff.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought
That's good to hear.
phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring.
That's no big.
The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
I did say gulp when my mind kind of exhaled. We have no business disrupting the reality they are experiencing. Great, I appreciate it. Great, thanks, I appreciate it.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best.
Fighting and eating.
But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about back when I was kind of upset about the first Imperatrix Umbrosa story, where we get so much hearsay, I guess. I don't know. Like, we hear so much of how, like, respected the Shogun is and how amazing the Shogun is. And we see, like, the effect of Shogun's power on the land with that big, like, slash that cleaved, like, that big canyon in the world. And then we, like, hang out with, I guess, the Shogun. I guess that's maybe part of the story where we're supposed to find out that it was Makoto who was the more revered and respected one. And everyone thought, like, Makoto was the Raiden Shogun, the only Raiden Shogun, whereas what we found out is that Makoto is only, like, the more political, the more philosophical, the more leader of the half of Raiden Shogun, and Raiden Ei. Ei is, like, the more martial, the more physical, the more military leader kind of personality. But then since everyone thought Raiden Ei and Raiden Makoto were the same person, they thought, oh my goodness, this leader of ours can do anything. Be, like, scholarly, be, like, smart and strategic and philosophical and charismatic. And at the same time, she can fight. She can protect everything with her physical prowess and everything. It's like she's so amazing, and that's why she's, like, super respected. But at the time, like, that's all we hear, and then, like, we go into the first, like, the act 1 for Raiden Shogun, and we find out, like, she doesn't know. She's, like, super naive, and she doesn't really understand what's happening in the world, and she doesn't even know what, like, a picture is. And it's just like, well, what are they doing? Why are they destroying her character here? Why did they decide to sing the praises of her only for us to see, like, she's, like, this, like, naive, like, child, pretty much, like, her mentality is of a child. But I guess that's kind of exactly what the writers were going for, and it's just that I was missing this half of the story where more gets revealed. So maybe my like, how upset I was of the story at the time wasn't founded. I just needed to get the whole picture. Whereas I don't know, I still feel like there's probably better ways they could have done it instead of her, like, oh, I love dango milk, oh, I don't know what light novels are, oh, I don't know, oh, what how come you can, like, have this, like, image of me in this, like, device, I don't know how it works, and it just kind of, like, went too far in the other direction, I guess. They could have, like, I don't know, I'm not a writer, so I don't know how difficult it was to kind of juxtapose the legend behind someone and the actual person kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I being able to get more perspective on this really, I guess, redeems the writers, I guess, in my eyes now. And the last few stories were really good too, and this one is really like I'm really satisfied with what's going on as this story is going so far. So yeah, let's just continue.
No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
Whoa, they all disappeared. That's crazy.
They're gone.
Or a promise to yourself? Was that a promise to them or a promise to yourself?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done.
I'm like a little bit interested in how the voice artist is pronouncing Makoto. Like she seems like she's putting an effort into pronouncing it like the Japanese way, because like as regular English speakers we just be like Makoto, right? With the kind of drawn out A and O sounds, Makoto. But then in Japanese, like from what I understand, you kind of stop the way you pronounce each syllable, I guess, a certain way. Like it'll be a sudden like stop, like Makoto. So that's why it's like it sounds a little different, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. It's good to know that the people here are trying their best to like pronounce things properly. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the difference between the way English pronounces like the letters making up Makoto, and how a Japanese person might pronounce the way the Japanese, I don't know if it would be hiragana or something, how that makes up Makoto. So, yeah. Anyways, humans are worthy of your trust.
Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being.
Oh, how would you know that? That just kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, it just kind of like came out of nowhere just to um, try and like lead into the conclusion of this plot. Yeah, all of a sudden the rift pounds are not gonna be a problem. I just know that for no reason. Okay, just trust me.
I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on.
All right, see what we have here now.
It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh?
Probably.
She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her.
Oh yeah, that's true. The last time we met her, I was like a bit disgusted about how she acts. I guess now now that I got the full picture, everything makes a lot more sense. And at the same time, a lot of my like negative sentiments about the story has been kind of forgotten. Like my initial reactions to that was like kind of like, I guess one way or another I've come to terms with it. So like it's the negative emotion that that story invoked in me is not as strong now either, since it's like in the past now. And then seeing this story play out the way it is now, and just having like a reference to my negative reaction to the previous story is actually like supporting how good this story is to me so far. And maybe that was like the original intention in the first place, is to kind of trash Raiden Ei's character for that part, so that we can kind of see the broad spectrum of Raiden Ei's character, that how much struggle she's going with, how out of touch she is with like the nation that she supposedly rule and everything, and now she's like kind of coming to terms with her past, and more able to see or visualize like the kind of future that she wants to see for this place as like the leader of this place, which is pretty cool, I guess. And yeah, everything seems to be wrapping up really nicely, I guess, for her story.
Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up.
Oh no, what does her elf eye see? Hey!
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
Do you want me to give you a hug?
My body... I can't move it.
Oh, you can't move, eh? Then we shall give you a big hug, and you can't stop us.
It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought.
Do you need to take a rest? We should get you back to the city.
No need. She is calling me.
This is not the time for the pronoun games.
The time has come.
Who is she?
Can you help me walk?
Hop on, I'll give you a piggyback ride.
I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Okay.
Why? What's in there?
Lumi looked like so happy to be there for some reason when she was saying that.
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Okay, we'll help you with anything you need. Because you're my favorite. Can I actually heal everyone up?
Rebuild.
It's probably smarter to heal up Xiao, since Zhongli and Kokomi's health is like huge. Their health bar is a lot huger than you think. Like Zhongli has 34,000 HP, so right now, at his current like state, he has like more HP than Lumine at full health, or at her current health right now, not full health. But yeah, we need to go to Narukami Shrine. Wait, I thought we would be like jumping into here, but it's telling me to go over there. I don't exactly know where they want me to go. Is there like one of those golden trails? possibly.
Take this!
Yes. I feel like it's not. Okay, maybe it is here then. Yeah, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Shangli. Go to the caves below the Narukami Shrine. Is this it right here? Oh, well in that... Oh, I wanted to get the ore.
We're finally here. The entrance should be
Oh.
nearby.
Is there going to be a domain here? Whoa, that's cool.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
Are you alright?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm happy. I'm about to put an end to it all.
She says, I'm happy I'm about to put an end to it all. Interesting.
This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
Damn, okay.
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body
Oh,
as I please.
taken out of context. That sounds really dirty.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Oh, you want us in this fight too? Oh, she trusts us. Okay. Combat, unless otherwise stated, affects and that affects principle. Oh, I couldn't read that in time.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place.
It does look a lot like the plane of Euthymia.
Look over there. It's another A.
Oh, what? Two at the same time? Oh, it must be our lucky day.
We meet again, traveler.
Raiden Shogun.
This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules.
Oh, that's the puppet Raiden Shogun.
Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Oh, wow. So we're fighting against Raiden Shogun, the puppet.
Wait. Paimon knows that voice. Is that the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you?
Yes, we do.
But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion?
And is there any difference?
I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
The blade shall sing our praises.
Wait. The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse. Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes.
I don't know, this kind of feels like a shoehorn into a boss fight that, like a really cool boss fight that the devs had in mind. And they're like, oh, how are we going to lead into this? Oh, we'll just say, because Raiden Shogun, the puppet, she's specifically programmed to do a certain thing. If A starts controlling her body against her programming, she'll have, like, I don't know, a response. And we'll have to fight her. Yeah, that sounds good, whatever. Whereas, like, I don't know, you'd think A should have just, like, overriding power over Raiden Shogun, since, like, technically she's, like, the administrator of the entire, like, body, I guess. I don't know.
But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way.
I guess A technically it's just a consciousness thing too. She's not exactly a physical being. She like gave up her physicality when she decided to like pursue eternity or something like that, and she became like that sword that Raiden Shogun pulls out to fight when she needs to or something like that.
Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
I think you mentioned this before. This is her system of safeguards against modifications to eternity, right?
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this. It's a bit extreme.
What are you talking about, Paimon? This is the cooler way to have internal battles. Can you imagine actually fighting all your demons, like, physically? Be like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling depressed right now, but I'm gonna enter my mindscape and literally fight him one-on-one. Have a rap battle against him.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
Ei isn't someone who leaves herself an escape route.
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
I wouldn't say that. Raiden Shogun is clearly just following a set of rules, and that's defined with like possibly incorrect assumptions, whereas Raiden Ei, she seems to actually care about the people of Inazuma, and because of that she's willing to like open her mind to like different ideas and stuff. That seems like a bit better of a mindset of a leader than Raiden Shogun, the puppet, who is like just strictly believing in one thing and not letting anything change. But I don't know. I don't agree with Paimon here.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time.
Sure.
Only rules shall remain constant for eternity.
Enough for words, let's fight.
Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome.
I kind of like how we're literally fighting against our biases and stuff in this case.
You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
It's kind of, I guess this is kind of like trying to find a balance between structure and chaos. And like too much structure in Raiden Shogun's case is kind of not healthy, but too much chaos, like I wouldn't say Raiden Ei is too much chaos, but she is kind of letting in more chaos when you have an open mind and you're willing to like change. Too much chaos would be bad, but Raiden Shogun seems to be like, instead of following all structure, she's letting in a bit more chaos in order to like change her point of view and trying to learn, to try and adapt, to try and be better, I guess. Because the thing about I guess life, I don't know, is that it's like a game. You know how like games can be solved, like chess is always, it could be solved, it's all one structure, and every move is like technically predictable by like AI or whatever, and there is not a lot of room for chaos within the rule sets of something like chess. but life is not like a game like chess where everything is set in stone. It is constantly changing. So like, just because you know like the winning strategy for the current game doesn't mean that that winning state is going to stay the same forever. Like the winning state could have changed. Like pretend like a chess game where in this game, if you checkmate the king, you win. But then like the next game, the way you win is to like take out all the pawns. That's the way. That's the winning objective. Then that changes too. And if you don't let in a little chaos and let in a little bit of ideology, like other people's ideas and stuff, you will not be able to adapt to like the new win condition of the game. And your previous strategies to just take the king would probably not work as effectively as this new win condition where you need to like take out all the pawns or something. I don't know if I explained myself properly there. I hope I did. I hope that kind of like opens up a little bit of idea generation in in whoever is watching this to think about how like all structure isn't healthy, all chaos is like hard to deal with, but like finding that balance is like really important. It's really hard, but it's really important, and it's always healthy to kind of review your biases, review your beliefs and stuff, just to make sure like just to make sure the win condition hasn't changed on you. Is what I guess I'm trying to say. And in this case, Raiden Shogun, she's still clinging to the win condition of like taking the king would be the win condition, but then like Raiden Ei has realized like, oh, we're not in a time of war anymore, and we know how to we need to find out better ways to help secure like a better future for Inazuma. So the win condition now is not to take the king, but the win condition now is to help the entire chessboard flourish or something. I don't know. And that's kind of escaping Raiden Shogun's view at the moment because she's so like focused on the past rule set of what's going on. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll continue. I kind of ranted there.
And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden Ei.
Yeah, I do feel like this story is conveying like all the different ideologies and all the different personalities of all the different characters a lot clearer and better than the previous Raiden Shogun story, where it was still kind of up in the air whether we were talking to A or if we were talking to Raiden Shogun, or I guess if I go back it might be obvious now that I've kind of got a better idea of who's who. But at the time, it wasn't very clear, and I don't know if it's like my fault for not paying enough of attention to the story, or if it's like the story's fault for not really delineating who is who and what is going on, and everything to the viewer. But yeah, I guess we're getting into the fight now, so let's get excited for that.
In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni
Oh,
Maiden was cut down in this
we
fight.
only get to use Raiden Shogun, so I won't be able to
The
heal.
blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth. Never shall it shine as brightly as it once did.
We're both using pole arms.
Pathetic. Be gone!
Oh, the music.
Shine
Oops. Can I press start here? No, I can't.
Insolent! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Oh, this is so cool.
Absurd! The eye sweeps the land!
Am I supposed to fight that?
Shine down!
Continues to attack the what? Oh, I didn't kill it in time. Is that it?
Inazuma shines eternal! The kitsune sakura blossom that once filled the
Why is she
skies
healing?
fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long
She's
as
also
the
level
rain lies
92.
below, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Well, that's no fair. Oh, I'm dying.
Illusion shattered! Thunder!
Owie, owie. I'm like trying to watch for her animations.
Be gone! There is no escape!
Uh-oh.
This world, a fleeting shadow. Insolent.
Maybe I need to Use this.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Oh, she disappeared. What's going on here? Find and defeat the special illusion.
Shattered!
Oh, the background is like full of like random stuff happening. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will
He's healing
fade
again.
silently into the clouds.
Oh, heal too.
There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Illusion shattered. Transcending. Evasion is futile. Absurd. Shine down. Be sword.
Ow-ee, ow, ooh, ow.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Strike dead.
Just eat a chicken. Eat an entire sweet madame as we're fighting.
The eye sweeps the land.
Doesn't fight that, right? Destroy it.
Shattered. Now you shall perish.
Is this supposed to be a burn face?
Eudaimia crumbles before.
Have you finally defeated her?
I think so, hopefully. Oh, we get to see this from the Raiden Shogun's point of view, the puppet.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible, ... Blood splatters on the screen. That's a reference to the Invincible cartoon.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
You can't just program a stronger will into someone, can you? Well, I guess you can if you just tell them to, like, ignore. If you don't have the right permissions, you can't change these variables.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion.
This is how you train AI in the first place, where you just keep, like, giving them more and more situations to deal with constantly until, like, and you kill the decisions that is undesirable until, like, it learns that a specific decision or a specific action is, like, the desirable one.
If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty.
Duty.
No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
What will happen to Inazuma in the meantime, though?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle.
Is that Kanraya?
Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But can you bear to leave humanity to go alone? Everyone looks for the Shogun for hope.
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Hey, no! Oh, does that mean we won't be seeing Raiden Shogun for a while?
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever?
Forever young!
She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
We had to find our way back in. A has no physical body anymore and has to rely on the Shogun, but this cannot be the only way.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again.
We're not about to leave her just yet. Our work here isn't done.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better.
Yes, we will defeat the
Is there any
Raiden
way
Shogun.
we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
We need to talk to Yae Miko. Miko-sama,
Oh, right.
Miko-sama.
Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Alright. Oh, I wanted to pick up the ore there. Oh well. Oh, new quest, Radiant Sakura. Go to the Grand Arcarium. Oh, it's a new quest. So that means this is a really perfect place to end things. So yeah, this story has been a lot better in quality, I feel like. And it kind of echoes the sentiment of the Genshin Impact subreddit community. And yeah, I really like it so far. There's a lot less things to nitpick about it this time around. And yeah, I'll continue the story in the next one. Hopefully, Yae Miko can help us out with this situation we have with Raiden Shogun and Raiden Ei. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Genshin Impact videos, and goodbye.
Lightning strike!